Hello, Anicod here, and today I'm going to take you through the most fun DLC in the Hunter Call of the Wild. It just so happens to be one of the easiest and most fun methods of earning lots of money too. So I'll show you how to get the DLC, what you get in the DLC, how to set up, where to set up, literally everything. So all you have to do is copy what I'm doing and you'll be on your way to making thousands in no time. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and I'll make more. If there's something else you want me to cover in the game, let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so let's get straight into the first question. So, unlike most other animals, the geese will actually come to you. Not one at a time either, it's usually in skeens of 4 or more. If you're lucky, you might even get 2 groups coming in at the same time. Now, they're surprisingly weak. Generally speaking, 1 bird shot from any caliber is enough to take it down. And if you take the little 22 rimfire as well, it'll usually take 1 round out of that to bring one down. This makes goose hunting really cheap, really easy. Now, as long as you're shooting straight and you've got some semi-decent equipment, there's no reason you can't drop 5 out of a group. A single goose can earn you around $1,000 and 150 XP, sometimes upwards of $1,200, which means a group of 5 will get you a cool 5k and around 500 XP in less than 30 seconds depending on the size of the group. Not bad considering you're just laying in a field and waiting for them to come to you. As long as you're on Steam, simply go into the library and click on the game and then look through the Store DLC page. The DLC you're looking for is the Wild Goose Chase. Purchase it, restart your game, and you'll be good to go. You'll unlock a couple of 20 gauge shotguns. You'll be able to use these for free. You'll get some 20 gauge bird shot. You'll get all 3 types of goose decoy, 10 of each, and these are what the geese see when they're coming into land. So we should be able to make them land pretty much wherever we want them to. Finally, you'll get a super cool lay down hide. You can place this in the middle of a field and the geese won't see you until you sit up to aim down sights, and at that point it's already too late and the geese are normally sitting on the end of your gun. You also get a caller, but we'll go a little bit more into this soon. So the decoys come in 3 variations: feeding, searching and sentry. It doesn't matter too much in the game which ones you use, but one thing you need to take into account is the attraction strength. In this case it's 2 per decoy. In theory you're going to need 50 decoys to give a maximum stacking, but I'll explain very soon why it's not needed. The idea is to get the attraction strength to 100 to almost guarantee geese landing. The range of these are 500 meters, which is plenty. You will also need a layout blind. This is free with the DLC and it's a must. When you lay in it, it will give you 80 camouflage along with your clothing. Should take the camo to 100%, which means nothing will be able to see you, even if they land next to you. The final bit of equipment you will need is a goose caller. The range is also 500 meters, but the cool thing about this is the fact that it has an attraction strength of 40. This means if you blow it, you'll only need 30 decoys out to give a maximum of 100 attraction strength. Cool, eh? The map you will need is a Hershey hunting reserve. I call it Hershey because I can't pronounce the name. Once you drop into the reserve, you'll need to find show-felt straw fields. You can see where I've been shooting already, and if you choose 3 different areas around this region, you can keep moving between them for a change of scenery. It will also lay off the hunting pressure a little bit too, and it gives places time to calm down before you go back to them. There's also a fast travel camp too, that's really close, where you can go back and restock your ammo or sleep to put the time where you need it. The easiest way to deploy your gadgets is to make sure you have them in your quick access bar so you can easily scroll through them and deploy them. Simply drag them in and you're good to go. I like setting up on this little hill bit so you can see the rest of the fields easily. You sometimes see deer and foxes out there between the geese coming in. Now normally in real life you'll be looking at wind direction, putting up the decoys, feeding in the middle with sentries around the edge and creating a kind of horseshoe shape in an effort to get the geese to land in the middle. Luckily for us, the game is much more forgiving and all you have to do is plonk them down in a random space base in any way that makes you feel comfortable. Once you've done this, you'll get a little goose symbol on the map to show you that this is where you have the decoy set up so you don't lose them. Finally, you'll need your layout blind. The bag at the back is where your head goes, but don't worry too much because you'll still have a full 360-degree movement. So just plonk it down close to your decoys or even in the middle, it's up to you. Then get your caller out and wait for the geese. It's as simple as that. When you sit up, you'll naturally get better visibility of all the other fields, which is why it's a good idea to set slightly higher up. So bring your long range rifle with you and have a look around from time to time, as deer and fox will be roaming around. Let's get into the fun one, the weaponry. For the best experience, you're going to need a shotgun. Any shotgun will do, but some are better than others. My favourite by far is the 12 gauge pump. You do need 1500 shotgun score to unlock it, but its 6-shot mag will make killing groups of geese really easy and really quick. Now this is a 12 gauge, but because of how weak the geese are, you can kill them with pretty much anything from 20 gauge right up to the huge 10 gauges. The majority of the shotguns you can get a double barrel, which means you get 2 shots before you need to reload. Not great if you're trying to take down large groups. If you haven't unlocked the 12 gauge pump yet, I would suggest the 10 gauge 1891 underlever. It's a 3-shot, so you can get that extra shell down range before you need to reload. So the ammo you're going to need is birdshot. Don't just go for the most expensive ammo and hope it's going to be the best, because that's not the case. Birdshot contains lots of small pellets that spread out to give maximum chance of hitting your target, which makes them perfect for geese. Buckshot is large pellets. You might only get 5 pellets in a shell, which means there's a lower chance of hitting your target, especially when it's flying. Also, buckshot's probably a little overkill for geese. And finally, slugs. Imagine slugs as one giant bullet, which means you would have to be perfectly on target to hit. This isn't easy with a flying goose. Slugs are more designed for deer at a close to medium range. It doesn't matter which shotgun you use, there's birdshot for all sizes. Now when you're goose shooting, it's a really good idea to bring a 2.2 LR. You can only get the Virant, and it's got a 10-shot semi-automatic magazine, and when you pair it up with the standard 4x scope, it makes it formidable when shooting longer range geese that have flown out of shotgun range. It's got next to no recoil and it's super accurate. It'll take geese down with 1 shot, and the rounds are dirt cheap at 200 for 10. That means you can shoot 1 goose with 1 bullet and make back your money 5-fold. Now you can only get the one type of 2.2 ammunition, and it's the jacketed hollow point. It shows an effective range of 100 meters, but trust me, it can take animals down way past this range. You might be wondering what scope to use on the shotgun. Well, I would strongly recommend no scope. Go with the iron sights. It makes target acquisition really quick, and you will also keep your field of view to get onto the next target quickly and easily. Now the first tip is don't worry about hunting pressure too much. With geese, they will fly in from all directions across the map, and if they're flying over you, as long as you've got 100% attraction rate, they will come in. The next one is, when they're in, don't aim straight into the middle of a group and pull the trigger and hope for the best. I know it's easier said than done, but pick 1 goose out of the group and make sure you take that down before moving on to the next one. That way you're not just going to be spraying willy-nilly hoping you're going to hit something. While we're on the subject to selecting geese, I'd recommend going for a medium to long range one first. That way by the time you've shot it, the closer geese will still be in range, which means you've got more of a chance of taking them down. If you want that guaranteed kill, then go for a close one. You can always change to the 2.2 LR to take down the slightly longer range ones. The most important tip I've got is make sure you've got plenty of ammunition. There's nothing worse than having 30 shotgun shells, them lasting 5 minutes, and then you've got to constantly fast travel back to the hut to buy more to come back again. And I guarantee you, when you fast track to the main hut, that's when the geese will fly over and it'll infuriate you. Make sure you've got enough in there for the amount of time you're going to be spending laying in that hide. The final tip I've got, and if you haven't got a hide, or your hide's in the middle of a map somewhere and you want to set up quickly, you don't actually need one for the geese to land in the decoys. For example, I'm laying down here in prone position, I've got geese out, I'm on my caller, and and the land in the decoys and start walking around. So it's nice and easy just to pull out your 2-2 rimfire and pop them while they're on the floor. Again, not great in real life, but it is a game, so don't worry about it. So it's been a completely different game to what I usually play. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to make it entertaining for all of my subscribers, even the ones that don't play this game. If you do want to see more tips or you think I've missed anything, let me know in the comments down below. Feel free to leave a like, that makes me know I'm doing a good job. If you don't want to miss any future videos, feel free to subscribe. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll be able to see what I'm up to. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll be able to see future videos thumbnails before the video's even released. And I will be streaming every Monday too, either on YouTube or on Twitch. I do alternating weeks. So the links are in the description, so pop over and say hi. Really appreciate it, especially if you've watched it this far. Let me know that you're a legend in the comments down below and I'll give you a little heart for your effort. So again, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.